the kingdom of Myrtana, united by King Robar II. During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one. The war against the orcs took its toll, and the prisoners of the realm were to pay the price. The king needed swords for his army, and every man guilty of a crime, no matter how insignificant, was forced to work in the ore mines of Khorinis. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out the best magicians of the kingdom to create a magic barrier around the entire valley. I was one of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier. 1 second of negligence was enough for the prisoners. Khorinis was now under the control of the convicts. The king had no choice. He had to negotiate. He needed the ore. Month after month, the king supplied everything the prisoners needed. Month after month, they brought the ore to the edge of the barrier in exchange. Until the present day, another convict was brought to the cliff. He did not know, but he would change everything.
In the name of King Robar II, bearer of the scepter of Verant, I sentence this convict to...
Stop! Convict, I've got an offer to make you. This letter must reach the leader of the Magicians of Fire.
You're wasting your time.
You may choose your own reward. They'll give you anything you ask for.
Very well, I'll take your letter. On one condition. Spare me the rest of his nonsense.
How dare you!
Keep silent. Right, send him in.
Welcome to the colony.
That's enough. Leave him alone. And now scram. Get up.
Long time of waiting is now over. Through his immeasurable powers, the Sleeper has led us to this place so we can witness his awakening. The artifact he showed us in a vision will focus our spiritual powers. Unite your thoughts so the Sleeper will hear our prayers, for his is the path that leads to freedom, and we are his chosen people. May the Sleeper awaken!
Master, what has happened? What have you seen?
He wanted to show us the way to freedom.
Yes, what about it?
Was it the path to freedom?
Silence! It is obvious. The path to freedom leads through the orcs. The Sleeper has shown us a place. We must find it. Not far from here, there is an entry to an orc cave. We'll start searching there. The Sleeper will be with us.
What does that mean? Shall we fight these monsters?
I'll go with the Templars. You novices shall pray for us.
When the Sleeper wished into his own dimension, I returned to daylight. The magic barrier had fallen. But for me, the adventure had only just begun.
A single prisoner altered the fate of hundreds. But he paid a high price for it. Defeated the Sleeper, destroyed the barrier. But while all the other prisoners escaped, he remained behind in the rubble. It was I who dispatched him against the Sleeper. Now it is I who brings him back from there. He is weak and has forgotten much. But he is alive. He's back.
Oh, shit!
And the humans slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
Zardoz, what exactly happened in the Temple of 𝖲𝖗𝖎?
With the help of 𝖃𝖗𝖈, you have defeated the Avatar of Evil, and I have taken its power unto myself. Since I left the circle of fire, this alone has been my goal. What was denied to me in the Temple of the Sleeper has now finally come to pass. Beliar has chosen me.
Cast off!
So, you obey the God of Darkness now?
No, I do not obey Beliar any more than you obey 𝖃𝖗𝖈. Not even the gods know what fate has in store for us. And I am only just beginning to grasp what options are open to me. But one thing is certain. We shall meet again.
We're overloaded. We have to toss some of the gold overboard.
Get your hands off the gold.
Listen, it would be really better if we...
I don't want to hear any more about it.
I've heard the war with the orcs is going badly.
And?
We probably won't be able to spend all the gold anywhere.
The gold stays on board.
What good is the gold if we capsize in the tiniest storm?
But I don't see a storm.
Not yet.
Relax. Everything will turn out all right.
Well then, here we go. We opened the portal to the unknown land, and left this world forever. Whatever awaits us there is another story. The royal troops and paladins will once again become numerous, and grow in power, pride, and strength. For many years, Lee thirsted for the king's life. Because of Robar's betrayal of him, King Robar is dead. Now Lee's revenge is finally complete. Lee will now become the general of the army. His strong leadership will reunite the scattered bands of humans. His war against the orcs will only end when the last city is freed from the orcs, or Lee dies a hero's death. Gorn will keep fighting against the orcs on his own account. The orcs will learn to fear his very name. The rule of the orcs will last for many years to come. Khan will be celebrated as the conqueror of the Orcish kingdom, and crowned himself the new king of Myrtana. Thoris will find one last gate that he will guard, the gate to the desert of Verent. He will become governor of Trellis, and be the only human commander whom the orcs would follow to the death. But ultimately, the orcs will learn to live in peace with the humans. The survivors of the war will return to their cities and lands. A long era of peace will flourish in the kingdom of the humans. With the death of Zubin, the rule of the Hashishin over the desert of Verent will soon collapse. Satyrus the Water Mage will lead the nomads on a long journey, and once again they will follow the path of the Eternal Wanderer, as their forefathers did. Diego will become the richest man in the world. He always had a knack for good deals. Protected by the walls of Morasul, he will build a great trading empire. Lester will finally find his long-sought rest in Braga, and transform the hot sands of the desert into fruitful farmland for his swampweed. Angar is weary of fighting, and will find a peaceful life in isolation among the ruins of Verent. In the mountains of Nordmar, life will soon go on as usual. The barbarians will finally recover the land of their ancestors. It will become quiet in the White Mountains of Nordmar. Milton will remain in the monastery and study the writings of the Ancient Ones. As an old gray man, he will become the wisest of the wise and pass the ancient knowledge on to his students. It will take some time for him to see that my decision was the right one. And Loris? Well, I am sure he will always be right where there is something to be had. Well now, was that all of them? We'll see. Only one thing is certain. All will be well.
Midland was burning, for Robar II was dead, his realm crumbling. His crown now rested on the brow of Robar III, once a champion of Enos, who has sworn to reunite the realm. Destiny seemed to smile on Robar III, and soon he claimed the entire continent as his own. But as he was setting sail to reclaim the southern islands, a shadow fell upon the king and darkened his mind. By the time his troops had landed on the island of Argon and taken Thorniara, the king's mind was no more than a flickering candle in the dark.
The amulet? I must fight. Fight. Fight.
Robar's generals executed his orders to the letter. 𝕲𝖛𝖍𝖎𝖈 led his men to the west of the island, while Li headed east to lay siege to the royal city of 𝖲𝖐𝖎.
Nein.
Komm mit mir, mein Freund. Ich bring dich nach Argan.
Es ist vorbei. Lass uns gehen.
Was ist mit den Toten, Herr?
Wir kommen zurück. Mit Männern und Schaufeln.
Nora, jetzt gehörst du mir.
Was zum Billard?
Sch. Meine Klinge ist spitz. Kannst du es spüren?
Was willst du?
Reden. Über einen Tempel. Hier im Gebirge. Du willst doch reden, oder?
Eines noch zu deiner Belehrung. Früher hatte die Göttin 2 Gruppen von Dienerinnen. Die 𝕲𝖈𝖆
und die 𝕲𝖗𝖈. Sie dienten der Göttin in Eintracht, bis eines Tages ihre Visionen von der Zukunft voneinander abwichen.
Der Kult zerbrach und die Dienerinnen der Göttin bekämpften einander.
Flieht, Herrin! Wir werden sie aufhalten!
Selena floh, aber sie war die einzige 𝕲𝖈𝖆, die in jener Nacht entkam.
Aber wisse, auch die 𝕲𝖈𝖆 haben schwere Verluste erlitten.
Er ist es. Wir sind die Geister der 𝕲𝖈𝖆, die Wächterinnen der Ordnung. Und wir kennen dein Schicksal. Du wirst dem dunklen König helfen, das Amulett des Schläfers zu Selena zu bringen, der letzten Überlebenden unseres Ordens, und ihn dadurch erlösen.
Er will es nicht tun. Er hasst den dunklen König.
Wisse, wenn du dem dunklen König nicht hilfst,
wird sein Schicksal ein anderes sein.
Und die Welt ist dem Untergang geweiht.
die Macht des Dämons, sie wächst. Ja. Folgt mir, Schwestern! Folgt mir!
The prophecy of the 𝕲𝖈 is fulfilled.
There's the sign. Let us start the ritual.
And what are your thoughts, Thor?
This is our chance to destroy the occupiers. Let's attack them.
𝕲𝖈